Here we have the Adrenaline Boatworks Reaper 47. Now this is a big, bad center console, and they call this one their slow boat because it only has quad engines and they have a quint option. But we just ran this boat around and hit 85 miles an hour. It's an absolute rocket ship, and the best part about it is you can do 50 miles an hour on this boat, burning 0.9 miles per gallon. Pretty impressive for a platform of this size. So Mike had the confidence to put me behind the wheel here, so we're gonna get the drone up. We actually have that flying, get some exterior footage. Now I'm gonna be able to run the boat and see what this thing's all about. So let's make that happen. Let's go. You guys ready?
Let's do it.
All right, now that we got the drone out of the air, obviously we can't do more than 30, 35 miles an hour for that footage. Now we're gonna see what this thing's capable of. Let's have some fun with it. You guys ready? So we hit about 85 miles an hour. We got quite a few guys in the boat, a lot of fuel. They're doing sea trials here, but this is an epoxy build, so it's about 18,000 pounds. And I mean, I could have taken my hand off the wheel at 85. It's incredibly stable. Trimmed it about 16, 17% seems to be the sweet spot. It is nice. I mean, it feels like we're on a rocket ship. So much power with the 500Rs. So much torque. Even from 60, it'll lay you back on your chair. Oh my God. My goodness. This is fun. Woo. I won't burn all your fuel here, but my God, the thing is badass. Telling me as well, doing about 50 miles an hour, this thing will do about 0.9 miles per gallon. So this is a 47-foot center console. This is a big boat. Doing 0.9 at 50 is absolutely preposterous. But again, they do a lot of quint boats. This one's a quad boat, so they call it the slow boat, but there's nothing slow about it. He said he can do 80 plus in 4-footers if they're tight. We're not seeing that. We're in the bay right now, but I believe it. I mean, it's you can feel it when you're running this boat that it's got serious capability. Doing a brisk 73 miles an hour, no big deal. Nice thing about this is you can probably lose an engine and still do 70 on your way back home. Now what we want to do is walk through the boat in as much detail as we possibly can. Considering it's the first time I actually stepped foot on it, I have Caleb here from Adrenaline that's going to do us the honors of walking through, and I'll ask some questions as we do the walkthrough. But Caleb, thank you very much for your time.
Man. Thanks for coming out.
If we want to start off, I mean, I'll start off with what we just experienced on the sea trial portion. We got the quad 500Rs. Like as Mike was saying, this is their slow version. Normally, I guess they do quints, but this is an extremely powerful combination. I mean, we're doing mid 80s and just the low end torque. I mean, everything about these engines is incredible. And you can probably lose an engine and still do 70 on your way back home with 3 of them.
Absolutely.
So this is an epoxy build from what I understand, correct?
It is. All epoxy, built with E-glass, and we have a lot of carbon fiber in this build as well in structural places like around your dive doors here. Carbon runs all around your dive doors and down the side of the boat so that you have the rigidity that you need so you don't see any cracking in your dive doors. The hard top is all carbon fiber, epoxy infused, you know, so super strong, super rigid, and, you know, a lot lighter.
Very nice. Okay. Well, let's start back here and work our way forward.
Yeah. So here you have access to the transom. Very large storage area here.
Oh, nice.
Bumpers, swim ladder, you know, whatever you need.
Can never have too much storage.
Absolutely.
You have 2 entries, both port and starboard.
Yes. Here you have more storage. Here you have your cooler with a cold plate.
That's nice. Don't even need ice.
Yeah. More storage
More
here.
storage. Awesome.
This boat is absolutely loaded
With storage, I can see that.
Yeah.
Just the deck hatches that I'm looking at alone seem like quite a bit. Can we pop this open?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, you got your batteries here. More storage space.
So one thing we tried to do with this boat is make everything very accessible. There's always something, you know, battery or something
Yeah.
that needs to be seen about. So
I think actually before we go on, this is the bilge access here.
it is.
How do
It
we
is.
open this thing up?
Let's open these doors here.
So it's on an actuator. Pretty fancy bilge access right there. Easy to get in there and do all your work. What is that down the center, Caleb?
So that's your stern thruster.
Oh, stern thruster. Yeah, I've been seeing that lately. That's pretty nice. Does this boat have a bow thruster as well?
It does.
Oh,
Boat
so
comes-
turning this thing has got to be a
dream.
joke.
Yeah, it's a dream. Super easy to dock, you know, even for a person who's, you know, not as experienced.
As I see there, you got kind of like a, what is this?
So this is our water system right here. So all the water, you know, that comes into the boat, we have a water pickup back here, comes in, runs through.
Pretty fancy setup.
So this boat's
All right.
equipped with dual dive doors, which is obviously, you know, super convenient. But you can't always dock on, you know, the one side that has the dive door, but when you have two, it just makes it super convenient, super easy.
And you have a ladder that attaches there to be able to get in and out.
We do. Flips right over the side and can get in and out of the boat. Also, we have dual trash cans each side of the boat, which is super convenient as well.
Let's open up some hatches. What
Yeah,
we got here?
tons of locker storage.
Are any of these insulated or they are insulated? Okay, so you can use this as cooler space if you guys want. If not, you got a ton of storage, both port and starboard along deck on either side. Another thing, one thing you can see is there's speakers all throughout the boat. They got fusion and they're recessed, which is really nice, both up top. This is a 12-inch sub up here, isn't it?
It is.
That is insane. You got lighting throughout. You got a shower head here that if you want, I'll take off my shirt and I won't do that. But you got a shower. You can get out of the water, rinse off, whether you're just at the sandbar or diving, whatever it is that you do. Rinse off with fresh water right here out of the way. Really nice setup to have that integrated into the hardtop.
So this is our standard seating configuration. One thing I really like about these seats is when you're riding and it's super rough out, you're really locked in this rear helm seat here.
Yep.
Handle here, I mean, it's super comfortable.
Yep.
Very, very comfortable ride.
Cup holders and all the carbon fiber details throughout. It's really a nice touch. Reminds me like of a Lamborghini or Ferrari, you know,
Absolutely.
floating out on the water.
Another very convenient feature that we have, the ladies really like this one. So we have a lot of storage behind every seat, so the ladies can put their beach bags, you know,
Wow.
all the things they need for boating for the day.
Yeah, it's actually a good amount of space sitting back there too.
Yeah.
Let's get into the helm area.
Yeah, so here in the helm, we have a 24-inch Garmin and two 17-inch Garmins. We have storage here as well, you know, cell phones, wallets, all those things. We have 3 wireless phone chargers here.
Oh, okay, I hadn't seen those.
Yeah. And here you have your bow and stern thruster that's integrated into one joystick.
That is really nice.
Yeah. So super easy to, you know, maneuver the boat at the dock.
What's nice about a helm like this is how they kind of put, you know, the big unit down the center and they angled these towards you, so it's very easy to see even with the sun and the glare. Full enclosure here, so we were doing 85 miles an hour, but you know, as long as you're tucked in one of these seats behind the console, you don't feel a thing. And they even have the wind deflectors on both sides, which add to that. That wind at that speed, that's when things start flying. So to be able to deflect that wind, it's very nice. Again, up here you have an additional MFD, Garmin MFD, your switch panel up here, and they even have some air vents. So you'd be surprised, you'd think that this doesn't really do much, but the air vents in here could easily lower the temperature about 10 degrees. So it does make a difference if you do have those air vents and you're not utilizing the air down in the cabin, you can actually push it down here and make it a little bit more comfortable.
So this is another storage area here. Great place to, you know, put towels or anything like that you need.
Yeah, you're not kidding. There's a tremendous amount of storage in this
There's a
boat.
lot of storage in this boat.
It's terrible, and I'm sure you guys would agree to be out on a boat and have, you know, things thrown on the deck everywhere, and especially if you're going to be doing high speeds, they start flying and you lose the towels, you lose the life jackets, you lose. So to have, you know, ample storage like that is fantastic, and this is on a boat of this size, I think one of the boats that I've seen that has the most storage, and we've only made it halfway through.
Absolutely, and yeah, it's really convenient, like doing a Bahamas trip, you know, because you can just load the boat down with everything that you need.
You weren't paying attention to any of that.
I was watching it.
Hey, watch where you're going.
So guys, we have our wind doors here, all flush mounted, built into the console. Looks very sleek, very clean. And here, we have the cabin.
One thing I always like to look at is the hinge systems on these things, and look at this thing. Is that carbon fiber? Or what is this?
No, this is all aluminum.
It's got like a carbon fiber kind of design on it. Looks really cool.
Absolutely.
That is a heavy duty hinge and incredibly smooth. Look at how easy it is and like well balanced to just open and close this thing, and then it kind of just locks in place. So very well thought out. Actually works its way right around the fiberglass perfectly if you look at it.
So here we have our queen size bed. There's storage underneath each of these cushions here. More storage here as well. We have our cabinets here. Lots of storage there as well. Built-in refrigerator, and then you have your head. Have a full head here, shower, sink, everything you need for overnight stays. So we have this step up here, which is very convenient for when you're pulling up to the dock, trying to catch a line here in the bow of the boat, and or when you're entering or exiting the boat, you can step here and then here to enter or exit the boat. Here we have our lounge seater.
Let me test this thing out, see what it's about. Very comfortable. We got an armrest here.
Yeah.
Some cup holders, you got all the essentials. Then check out the speakers again. All of them are recessed, so it's flush into the fiberglass, beautifully set up, and I can imagine that the sound is absolutely ridiculous on this boat.
It's pretty wild. So here you have your bow seating with storage under each of these seats.
Oh, check out the hinge system on that too.
We have overbuilt hinges. Mike, he likes to overbuild everything, which is good.
Yeah, I see that.
You know,
normally for most of you, you've seen a lot of our videos. You have a small hinge on the back of the fiberglass piece and usually a couple of gas shocks maybe to open this thing. They went above and beyond and put a pretty serious hinge system on that. Very nice. And I'll sit here. You can see even up here it's pretty tall. You can sit back, lean back, but you can even run, I'm sure, pretty high speeds in here, and you're going to be protected from both the wind and obviously from flying out of this thing. You don't probably want to sit here doing 85, but probably could if it was calm enough.
Absolutely, yeah. I've sat up quite a few times running.
Let's go through a couple things that we haven't mentioned, like the length overall, the beam. Let's start with that. I want to get into like fuel, fresh water capacity, some of those specs that those people at home might want to know about the boat.
Yeah, so this boat is 47 feet long, has a 12-foot beam. You can get with quad or quint 500s. It holds 425 gallons of fuel, 43 gallons of fresh water, also has a 43-gallon waste tank. If I can say anything about this boat is just an absolute rough water beast. It loves rough water.
Yeah, Mike was saying that you can do 80, 3 to 4s, you're going to be doing 80 just like we were doing here in the bay.
Absolutely.
That's what it likes. Assuming they're it's a tighter chop and not longer sets, that's crazy.
Yeah.
It seems like that kind of rough water performance boat that's built for that, and also at the same time looks really pretty doing what it's doing. You guys did a really great job. You can see the fit and finish on everything that we've looked at here has been really top notch. Again, it feels like you're in some sort of high-end sports car, but obviously floating over the water. Glad we finally got the opportunity to get on it and take a look around.
Same here,
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Appreciate the walkthrough.
Thanks, Alan.
So I'm glad we finally got the opportunity. Anna from Adrenaline, we've been back and forth for, I feel, 2 years, wanting to get something done on this boat, and we've seen a few other groups put some content up, and it just looks so nice. It's a big, like, performance poker run boat for friends, family, and just having a good time. Whether you're nearby or running to the islands, this thing's gonna have absolutely no problem getting you to a long distance destination and do it comfortably. And again, you're gonna pull up into any marina and you're gonna turn heads with this thing. So they do some pretty elaborate color schemes, the grays with the bright colors, the greens, we love all that stuff. So it's always been very attractive to us. Mike, Anna, the whole family, it's a family affair, which we appreciate as well. It's been spectacular. We've become friends with them over time and really like what they stand behind and what they want to bring to Adrenaline. So if you guys get the opportunity to run on one of these, I definitely suggest it. Again, there's nothing like experiencing it by yourself, and there's only so many things that I can say on a video. Come out, check it out. If you're looking for something in this range, this is definitely a top contender if we were looking for something in this demographic.